Okay, we're done in the finishing room now. We're ready to start staining. And first thing we have to do is any of the new wood. We're going to use a little bit of red mahogany dye and give that a little bit of a background color. And once that's dry, we'll use yellow can stain, mixed half and half, dark walnut, and mahogany. Here we're going to start staining. I found this is a great color for mimicking the Mission Oak color. Once again, half red mahogany and half dark walnut using the yellow can stain. Okay, once we've applied the stain, we'll let it sit for a minute and then wipe it down first with paper towels and then follow with a dry brush. It's best to work in small sections. Here I'm doing the crest on the left side. And first we apply the stain and then wipe it down with a paper towel and then follow up with a dry brush. That's great for evening out the stain, and you can do some highlighting with it. This piece was previously stained and refinished, so the wood has sort of a blotchy and uneven appearance. Plus we added those new backs and made the new door. So giving a coat of stain will help even out all that color and blend in all the new wood. And once I finish shellacking, this will really take on that Mission Oak appearance. Okay, here the stain is finished and we're ready for shellac. Okay, here I'm doing the third coat. I first put 2 coats on and then scuff sanded with 320 grit paper. Okay, after the third coat dried, I'm doing some touch-ups. Here I'm darkening up the corners. Alright, here I'm touching up a crack that I filled in. Okay, the next thing we do is fill in all the nail holes and screw holes with some soft putty. And then we wipe off the excess putty with some naphtha and a paper towel. Okay, now we continue on with at least 3 more coats of shellac, allowing at least an hour in between each coat. Okay, here we're into final assembly, setting the glass in place, cutting the moldings, setting the moldings in place, and using a brad pusher, installing some small brads. Okay, here we're putting the hinges back on. I first cleaned them and sprayed them with a brass colored spray paint. Now I'm installing the catches. I'm going to use catches on the door. And I'm locating this part on the door, the pin. And I measured down enough to clear the shelf and came down about 3 inches on center from the top. And I'll do the same on the bottom, come up about 3 inches. Locating the roller part on the cabinet and close the door and mark the center point using a piece of tape to mark on, and squared a line down in line with where the door closes. The door hits against here. So squared a line down. I'm going to locate it right here. Now we're going to mark the holes. Okay, I'll pre-drill the holes right in the middle of that so we have some adjustment. Finishing doing some adjustments and got that. Okay, we're getting the insert in here and pre-drilled some holes, and I'm just going to throw a couple screws to hold that in. Okay, here we're setting the glass in place, using some 3-penny finish nails and tacking them in at an angle. And then take a pair of pliers and give them a slight bend so they don't stick out. I slipped some pieces of paper underneath the nails just so they don't crack the glass. Okay, now I'm nailing a back over the glass. I cut a piece out of the old backs that I took off. Okay, here I'm waxing the finish. First I rubbed it down with some 4O steel wool. This time I'm using liquid wax. Took some dark mahogany wax and thinned it down with some naphtha. You just rub it on and then wait for it to dry for a minute. And then buff it off with a towel. Okay, we're all done. We got our oak side by side all complete. Remember, it was all in pieces. Put it all back together. Had to make a new door, and I made some new shelves as well. And and put knobs on the doors. I filled in those lock holes. And found some other matching knobs. And also put catches on the door here. And we've got our original mirror back in place. I think it came out great.